This tale comes from one of my aunts, who is no longer with us. She was a no-nonsense type of woman, and to be honest, the type of person I would have expected to disbelieve talk of the supernatural. When my cousins, of which there were 2 boys and 2 girls, were living with my aunt, they lived in a 3-bedroomed house in Chelmsley Wood, near Birmingham. The house had become available and was more suited to the family, having been in a smaller residence prior. Upon moving in, the family found several items which had been left by the previous tenant. One such item was a large old Bible, which would have been more suited to a church. Not being particularly religious, my aunt removed the Bible from the house and could not recall what happened to it. It was likely thrown away with the rubbish. Not long after this clear-out, my aunt started to become bothered by activities during the night, which initially did not concern her, but as it became more often, it began to annoy. She described how she felt the need to discuss what she believed was my cousin's nighttime antics and inquired as to why they had been up out of bed so much during the night. None of my cousins admitted to the nightly disturbances, and to be frank, had no idea what their mother was referring to. As time went by, the minor bumps and creaks during the night became more defined to walking along the upstairs landing. To be precise, it was a step, followed by a dragging noise, repeated, as though somebody was shuffling along the corridor to the last bedroom. Upon reaching the door of this bedroom, the noise would then stop. It eventually got to the stage where all occupants were reporting the disturbances during the early hours, but no one was admitting to causing them. As the noises continued, the whole household began to investigate to see exactly who was creating the disturbance. Whenever they occurred, they would quickly open the bedroom door to find out which one of them was shuffling along the landing. No one would be there. Even when the noises were right outside the door, when opened quickly, the landing would be empty. The occurrences were enough for my aunt to discuss with other family members and even neighbors, which revealed a disturbing fact about the house's previous occupant. Immediately before my aunt's family, an old lady had been resident in the house and was the only previous tenant from when the houses were built in the late 1960s. She was described as a deeply religious woman who had suffered from ill health later in life while living on Conway Road, having suffered a stroke during her old age. As a result of this, she had developed a weakness along one side of her body, causing her to drag her one leg as she walked, hence making a shuffling noise. The old lady eventually died in the house and had been found dead on the landing. Was the old lady looking for her Bible, which had been removed from the house?